Hello everyone, this is Raquel and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a simple eye look on my friend Deja, so if you're interested, just keep on watching. The first thing that I'm going to do is going to moisturize her face using the Hot Springs Hydrating Gel by Urban Decay. This will help to prepare her skin. The next thing that I'm going to do is outline her eyebrows using the Total Temptation eyebrow pencil from Maybelline in the color Soft Brown 305. I'm just going to do the outside part and then the inside very lightly because later I'm going to go back in and fill it in a little bit more. Using the eyeshadow primer Potion Original from Urban Decay, I'm going to prep her eyes, and this will make the eyeshadow stick on, last longer, and make it look more vibrant, especially the yellows that I'm going to be using. Next, using my M330 brush and the palette Take Me Back to Brazil by BH Cosmetics, I am going to use the bright yellow color in the outer V part and just use swiping motions. Using the same brush and the same palette, I'm going to go into the orange and start to build it up on the outer V. You always want to start with a little bit of color and then build up. It's a lot easier to add than to take off pigment. Using the swiping motion can make sure that you get color everywhere. You could also do like little circles while doing the sweeping motion, and it works really well. You want to try to keep it on the outer V, but if you get it inside the lid or a little bit outside, it's okay. We'll clean it up and add concealer to fix it. Next, with the blending brush, I'm going over the eyeshadow with, again, swiping motion so that I can diffuse the eyeshadow and make it look more soft with no harsh edges. Unfortunately for this part, my camera stopped working, but what I did is that I added a little bit of concealer on the lid, and now I'm going over the concealer with the yellow eyeshadow, and that concealer will just help the yellow eyeshadow look a little bit more vibrant. Going back with the same brush and same color, I am just again making sure that there's no harsh edges between the yellow and the orange. To give the lid a little bit more, I am going to add a yellow glitter color to the center, and I'm using the chocolate gold palette from Too Faced, and the color's name is called Chocolate Gold. And then again, you go back in with that orange color and make sure that there's no harsh edges. That's the key to having a good eyeshadow look. You want to make sure you keep blending. Now that we have finished with the eyeshadow for the most part, I'm going to clean out the extra fallout with the makeup remover just so that I can have a clean face to work with. I'm going to start prepping her face by spraying some B6 spray, prepping spray, and then I'm going to use a Maybelline Baby Skin primer all over her face. For foundation, I'm going to use the Matte Poreless Fit Me foundation by Maybelline in the color 235. First, I put a little bit on the back of my hand, and I'm going to use a brush to apply the foundation. This is the Pro Optical Blurring Brush from Urban Decay. And first I start off by applying the foundation to her forehead, and then I work it down onto her cheeks and her nose and her chin. I want to start with the thin layer of foundation just so that everything is even, and then I will go back into whatever part I think needs a little bit more coverage and just add on a little bit, and then make sure that you blend everything very good because you don't want no cakey foundation. Once I'm done with the foundation, I like to highlight and contour. Using the NYX Conceal Correct Contour in medium, I use the lighter color and I highlight under her eye, which also works as concealing, and then in her forehead, down her nose, and her chin. And then with the darker color, I do the outer part of her face, which is the forehead, her cheekbones, and her jawline. And then using a brush or a beauty blender, I like to use a brush, you just make sure that everything is blended out. I use the Urban Decay blurring brush, and I start by first doing the concealer or the lighter part, and then I move on to the darker just so that I don't mess up anything. Now that I finished blending the concealer, I am going to use a little beauty blender and make sure that the under eye has increased And then using the Laura Mercier translucent powder, I'm going to bake her under eye, and this will just prevent her from creasing. Next, using the Shade and Light contour palette by Kat Von D, I am going to do powder contour, and this will help set the cream contour. And then using the Dandelion Twinkle highlighter by Benefit and a fan brush, I am going to apply some highlighter. And to make it pop more, I added the Sparkler Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Highlighter by Tarte. Now going back to the eyebrows, I'm going to use the Precisely My Brow pencil by Benefit in the color number 4. And I'm just going to use hair-like strokes to fill in their eyebrows. And then with the Anastasia powder, I am going to fill them in. Before doing a wing with eyeshadow, I'm going to make sure that I put powder under the eye so that if there is any fallout, it won't mess up any of the makeup that we have already done. I am just using a brown eyeshadow from the Morphe palette, and then once I'm done, I'm just swiping away the translucent powder that I set under her eye. Now going back to that orange color from the Take Me Back to Brazil, I am going to add some under her waterline, and then with that yellow glitter color, I'm also going to do it in the inner part just to balance out the makeup look. For lips, we wanted something very neutral, so we used the color Stark Naked from Urban Decay Vice Lipsticks. And for the brush that I'm using is actually a paint brush that is very flat, and it's really good to apply lipstick. Now I just had her curl her lashes, and using the Voluminous Lash Paradise mascara, it's waterproof. And for the final step, I just sprayed some Cover Fix illuminating setting spray, and this will make sure that her makeup lasts. And that is it for today's makeup video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Please hit the like button, subscribe, and leave some comments below, and I'll leave you guys with some bloopers.